After digging into ideas for easier video production, I stumbled upon tutorials on low requirement VTuber alternatives. It was exactly what I was looking for. This is the story of how I became a PNGTuber. Hi, I'm Bolfin, and this story starts very recently. As you might know, I just released my longest animation project a few weeks ago. It was really fun to make, but I realized at the later parts of my process I felt unmotivated and bored. Like, making art wasn't fun anymore. Feeling that vanished as soon as I finished, and realized that my heart longs to share stories. That's why I loved animation in the first place, and why the last weeks of work were awful. I was not telling stories anymore, only doing chores. Even the videos I made previously, despite being simpler talk-to-camera style, they took between 5 and 6 weeks of work each. Don't get me wrong, they were what I wanted to do. Only wish I could find a way to make good videos without taking that much time into production so I could share more stories and more frequently. I needed a new production style. I saw several videos that were focused on digital characters talking, similar to what I did, but instead of taking hours of animation and rendering, they were generated at the instant, especially used for live streaming. I remember about the cool world of VTubers. The cool part was that practically anyone with enough modeling and technical skills could make their own model. I took 3D modeling class on high school. It was surely a challenge I would take on. But there was something stopping me up front. I heard that programs used for running those fancy models were very demanding of a good computer, and mine was... at least I wanted to give it a shot. After running a system verifier to check if mine had the minimum requirements, I downloaded PRPR Live on Steam and ran it. After also picking up some free sample models, I tested it and saw that it was too slow to look good. My computer was also barely holding on, about to burn, so there was no way I could get to even record it. Had to find another strategy. So, like an answer sent from the universe, I found a way to become a VTuber on a low-end equipment. Almost. PNGTubers, which instead of requiring flashy 3D models and face recognition processing, it just needed a microphone, which I had, and a PNG file, which I could make. I acquired this program called Veodotube Mini, which is pretty simple and easy to use. After testing it for a while, I was certain it would actually work. So in order to actually pull it off, there was just one more step left. My first idea was to recycle the 2D puppet I made on Opentoonz and use for my prior videos. I would just have to set several poses, there wouldn't be many problems, right? Also, I could make an animation of my dolphin tail wagging cutely. Unluckily for me, my computer, as I said, was not The 2D rig was too much for my computer to handle. Too many moving parts. It took very long to load, and even then, the results didn't render correctly. So I had to think on a new solution. I had the idea of using character stills in order to make the job, and so my computer would just have to render the tail and the stills. Made some character stills based on my puppet and paste them into Opentoonz to add the wagging tail. It worked. I rendered it as a PNG sequence to turn it into animation with APNG Assembler. I make the file, this time with the right frame rate, and it looks great. It took almost no time loading and setting it up on Veodotube. It was really simple. Done. My PNGTuber model was ready to use. But how would I use it? Hey guys, did you know that in terms of human companionship, they are subjectively the most huggable Pokemon? While their maximum temperature is likely too much for most, they are capable of controlling it, so they can set themselves to the perfect temperature for you. Along with that, they have a lot of fluff, making them undeniably incredibly soft to touch. But that's not all. They have a very respectable special defense stat of 110, which means that they are likely very cold and resistant to emotional damage. Because if you have a bad day, you can bend to it while hugging it, and it won't mind. It can make itself even more endearing with moves like charm and baby doll eyes, ensuring that you never have a prolonged bout of depression ever again. Well now, seriously, I wanted to make videos that took less time to make and looked good, in order to share more story. It's refreshing being able to do more short and sweet little projects like this. What do you think about my new look and my new style? Is it neat? I am Bolfin and I hope your art makes your life interesting. See ya!